Okay, here we are. And we have lots of horses in the water still. There they go. There's action this morning with the horses. Alright, so I'm just feeling I feel as though there's some situations in people's lives that need to be spoken to, or perhaps there's guidance that needs to be shared. So I'm just going to connect into a couple of situations that's going on for people, and give a couple of messages for today. And I'm going to ask for the most significant, important messages to be received. And they're referring to a man, kind of darker hair, quite a lot of hair on his chest, which is interesting, but and a little bit of weight around the belly. Now, I ask Spirit, what, tell me more about this scene. What's going on here? What do I need to see, to be sharing? There's a reference to him, and there's a connection to a child. Now this feels, it feels perhaps symbolic, but also in form as well. Like there is this reference to this young girl that's around him. And there's some part of him that feels uncomfortable, or it's like she's around him and she's trying to move closer to him, or connect with him in some way, this young girl, but he doesn't, he's very internalized and he's not feeling very comfortable with it. Now I want to say that it's like it's bringing up deeper parts of himself. Interesting, I just lost vision of the camera and it was blurring. It feels as though this kind of parallels with the energy. It's like this man is feeling very confused, and by this young girl reaching out, it's bringing up the depths of his own childhood, of his own trauma, his own trauma in his childhood. Oh, people. It's interesting. I just get a little bit jarred by people walking quite close when I'm doing readings. But yeah, so it's like this places that are being brought up by this child coming in close. It's like the resonance of her coming closer is making him see parts of himself. It's making him aware. But it's not a safe place. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel easy. Like there's a lot in that place, and it's like Spirit wants to guide within saying, it's like saying to this man, it's okay, all of these feelings. I know there's a lot here. There's a lot going on inside you. You can take time and space, to just be with them. They don't have to be enacted. Nothing has to take place here. It's just allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to see yourself, and just find that heart space. There's no need to worry. She's only coming close in that way because she's showing you, and it's an important part of you to see. So there's no reason to be afraid. Essentially, she's showing you your little child inside. She's mirroring that to you. So it's okay. This is a level of it's safety, it's okay. They just want to say it's okay within these feelings. Okay, and I'm just going to move on to one other. A woman who gets her hair done, who's got sort of blonde streaks or strips or foils or whatever you'd call them. I'd say she's around 50 years of age. Although we won't be specific with ages, but kind of middle age. She's very fit, this woman. Brown hair, but yeah, as I said, she gets it done. And she's very, go-getter in life. She's up and she's doing things. Talking about a reference to her daughter, there's it's like there's a part of her that's having something going on with her daughter. It's like the spirit shows me this woman and her daughter, and it's like something that her daughter's doing that she's not approving of, because this woman thinks she knows a lot, and if this is you as the woman, you do think you know a lot, you know everything, and sometimes you don't know everything, and you certainly can't understand the experience of your daughter because she's not you. You have a plethora of experience in your own life and certainly a lot of wisdom, but sometimes it can't be applied to somebody else's experience, having to go through something. So they're just reminding you to not be harsh, and also reminding you to just be there for her in whatever she's going through. Trust the process and be there in support of her, whether you agree with where she's going or what she's doing or not. Just show your heart and be supportive in the ways that you can be, and really try not to be judgmental of it. Know that this is her process and it's really important at this time. Okay, I'm going to wind it up with one other. They're speaking of someone out, one of you, who's having quite high guidance from Spirit coming through, and you're aware of it, but you're also questioning it because you're in your own space, and you're doing your own work. It's like you're channeling essentially, and it's coming through the levels of your knowing, of if you're a doctor, it's coming through the wisdom of knowing about the human body and knowing about how to do certain procedures and all of this type of thing. But it applies to whatever your profession is, or whatever your language that you know about is. It's coming through, the information's coming through you, particularly in a way because it needs to be shared through your knowledge, body of knowledge, essentially. So they're just validating that it is happening, and allow your logical mind to move aside of things that aren't purely known in a linear scientific way. Allow that part of you to step aside and receive in the way that is a gift. So, Spirit wants to be sharing through you, so allow it. Don't judge yourself, and they just want to acknowledge that is what is happening for you, and so they hope that you receive that acknowledgement. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for those three messages. I'll be back soon. If you feel resonance to those messages, please pop a comment below. If you'd like to share, that'd be great. Or if you feel like it's resonating with someone in particular that you know, please don't hesitate to share it with them, share the video. Okay guys, have a beautiful day and take care. Raven Scry signing off.